Hi, thanks so much for joining us for our Magic Moments monthly team webinar. We're excited that you took time out of your busy day to either join us live or to watch this recording. We have a lot to share with you, so let's go ahead and get started and run through our agenda. We've got lots of announcements happening, information about new products, services, as well as holiday specials. And we've got some great training on some of our new products. We've got business training to move you forward this holiday season, resources for you, and then finally a call to action and a wrap up. So let's get going. Right off the bat, something really fun announcement. Mary Lou Henner is still in it with Dancing with the Stars. We totally know that that's with the support and love of Youngevity Nation, so please continue to vote for her. The results show is tonight. Haven't even seen last night's show. I'm going to have to catch the recording, but I did vote, so make sure you're voting too. All right, here's something brand new fun, launched less than an hour ago. There's a holiday gift guide available. Here's the link to it. We're going to take a look at it and see how fun this holiday gift guide is. You'll be able to copy and paste this link right to your desktop. You can also download and print it. You'll see that there are specials in here that are available. Like, look, we've got specials in the makeup section, special coffee mug sections, all kinds of specials in every type of brand. So it is a really great flyer for folks to use for their business this holiday season. Okay, jumping right into our different brands and starting off with Heritage Makers Digital. We had a point sale that launched today. It is available for 1 month only, November 1st through the 30th. The special is buy 150 Heritage Makers points for only $99. You could use them to create one-of-a-kind gifts through the holiday season or actually for anything. So here are some hot topics over here to the right that you'll see. I'll also post a slide of this in our team files so that you can refer back to it. But yes, these points can be used for anything in the Youngevity Mall except a CEO Mega Pack. So if they have extra points after creating their digital holiday gifts, they can use them for that. Any single account can actually purchase up to $3,400 in points, and they don't expire for 2 years. So a lot of people are loving this huge, huge sale. The SKU number is USMHM Holiday 150, and there is $150 of volume attached to it and $72 of BV attached. So do take a look at that holiday point sale. Now, once they've got those points, they can certainly publish. They'll save 10% on everything that's on sale this week, and that includes every single storybook we sell. All sizes, all styles, including lay flat and even extra pages, as well as our new board book. So this is a huge sale. It's only through Monday, November 7th at, I think it's 11 p.m. Mountain Time. So please make sure you do not wait until the last minute and get your storybook projects done this week. Now, coming up next week and through the holidays, you can see that there's a flyer, a Holiday Jubilee flyer. This is also in our team files, and it takes you on a weekly special through December 12th. Next week, it's all of our bags. But what I want you to note on this flyer is two important things. While the sale ends the 12th, to get regular shipping without having to pay an exorbitant price of shipping, Wednesday, December 7th is actually the last day for that, and you won't want to have your bags ordered past this next week for any photo bags because they take a little bit longer to process. So the 7th is still time for you to get those notepads, magnets, and other photo gift projects done and ordered with regular shipping. Please help your customers plan ahead so that they have stress-free holidays. Another way that we want to help people have stress-free holidays is our virtual crops that are every single Sunday. This coming Sunday, November 6th, it's at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 1 p.m. on the West Coast, and that's to help those folks get a little bit more settled after their Sunday activities. We will also offer evening crops in the future, but these are live crops. We review all the specials happening for the week, as well as help people with tech support. So please invite people to join us. Going into our second memory keeping brand, Our Memories for Life, the beautiful, joyful season, Joyful and Triumphant collection by Lauren Hines. It includes the gold and the pine solid colored cardstocks. It can be added to your auto ship or individually purchased in your back office with Heritage Makers points or even through a social. So take advantage of that new collection. We also have new Border Maker cartridges, so check them off your list. The pumpkin vines and the pretty presents are available now. And actually, I take that back. Sorry, strike that. Not available now today, but they will be available this month, later this month, and we'll keep you posted. But you can go ahead and take pre-orders for those, so as soon as they come in, you can help your customers fulfill their holiday wish lists. Anthology has got the Holiday Nifty Gifties collection out. If you missed all the fun ideas that we shared on our virtual crop this past Sunday, be sure to check out the recording on our YouTube channel. But this is on sale for $36.75. It can be purchased with points. It can be purchased in an auto ship. It can even be purchased through a social. And we shared lots of ways to use this outside of gift card holders. So I just encourage you to share this so people can grab it before it disappears. The brand new Oh What Fun bundle from Lisa's Picks, which is a new collection through Anthology, can be used lots of fun ways to celebrate through the holidays. I love that it's got a little glitter in it. Ribbon, brads, buttons, all kinds of fun things to decorate your home with wreaths. This is a cute shadow box that was picked up and then just decorated as a home decor piece. Obviously, you could use them for scrapbook pages, but making cards, wood blocks, wrapped candles, or even little photo gift tags or ornaments are some really fun ways that you can enhance your home over the holiday season. Moving into another brand, our Me Alicia Holiday Sparkle brand. This was just released today. So every single week through the holidays, Me Alicia is also having a special. You can see that this particular special starts tomorrow the 2nd through the 9th, or while supplies last. Week 1 special sold out 2 days early. So if you know people that love the Me Alicia brand, please don't delay in sharing this information. Each collection, each week, is a special collection that Annalise has put together, and then with it is another collection that coordinates beautifully. She'll always do a little video, so you can share that as well, but again, don't delay if you want that. In our pets line, we have some really cute Naughty or Nice packs for the dogs on your list. And the Upset Tummy treats and Odor Be Gone are just great staples to have in your home, because when your pet has an upset tummy or an accident, that's not exactly the time that you need to be trying to run out to the store or grab something to purchase. So we have these in our pantry and have used them. They work great. And then the Nice pack is this peanut butter dog bone and this cute little ornament. So again, they're while supplies last for your pet friends. Okay, in our Soul Purpose brand, we've got the Joy of the Month. Now, this actually happens year-round. The Joy of the Month Club is year-round. It's always the same item number, SP9000. The cost is always $35. The QV is always $50. And the free gift with purchase are these roll-on essential oils perfumes. So this month it's 3 candles, joy, love, and peace, with the coordinating perfumes for them. Can be added to an auto ship or purchased. So I just love that collection. And then in our essential oils line, this is a limited edition set. It is not our Aroma Share Club. That is also out and available. Aroma Share is $67955, but this $67999 is a aromatherapy gift set. It's got the cinnamon essential oil and the peppermint essential oil. Those 2 oils alone, purchased separately, are $51, and you're getting the $30 diffuser absolutely free. This is a limited edition, while supplies last only collection. So please don't delay. As soon as you get the orders in for this, make sure that you get it processed right away. In new products with our Youngevity Health brands, we've got the OsteoFX now available in a gusseted bag, which is 2 jars. So it's a great price. And right now, while supplies last, you'll get a free green glass jar to keep this product in. This glass jar is sold separately for $10, but you can get it free if you order this item code while supplies last. Okay, if that doesn't cover all of your bases for things that are photos, jewelry, bling, makeup, pets, health, then guess what? On Cart Ripple, you can get anything else, save money, earn cash back, even get free shipping right to your house. We've got a lot of people on the team that are rippling, and we want to make sure you are too. So here's the training site that was set up by Youngevity. got all kinds of great information, all your questions answered right here, including some great videos. So please, please check back on that training site so that you can make sure that you're maximizing this opportunity. Okay, so I am excited to introduce Carol Miller. She is a leader on our team from Traverse City, Michigan now. She's relocated there, and she is enjoying her retirement life from being a pharmacist, but she absolutely is still loving helping people get started with their health. And so I'm excited to introduce Carol and let her share a little bit more about some new products that have come into our family. So Carol, you've been unmuted. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Let me turn my volume up a little bit.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay, all right, great. Hi, everybody. I just want to talk a little bit today about a couple of the new companies that have come into Youngevity. We saw them when we were in Salt Lake City, and I became really interested. I'm really interested in the immune system and how it works. And it's kind of all about the antioxidants. And Nature's Pearl is based on the muscadine grape. So if you can see that, I don't know. But the muscadine grape has 20 chromosomes compared to 18 on a typical grape like you'd use for wine or grape juice. And it just, has some very amazing properties, and it's very high, and you see these phenolic compounds. We just listened to a podcast, I guess, about polyphenols, which is phenolic compounds or antioxidants. And that's where it's all at. It calms your immune system down. It reduces inflammation, and nothing good comes from inflammation. So this is a great company, and they have a lot of things to offer. So they start out with the supplements. It's all the grape seed. So the highest concentration of the antioxidants is in the grape seed. There's also quite a bit in the skins, but they have the little thing in the middle there is it's powdered grape seed, and it's 650 milligrams per capsule, and the dose is 1 to 2 twice a day. That's just very supportive of your immune system, and people, with inflammation, it helps that, and people feel relief in a lot of different ways. The grape juice, I know Leslie Wallace fell in love with it when we were in Salt Lake City. It's a really healthy drink. And I actually got the extract. I got it when I closed my last social. I got it half price, or I got 75% off. It's normally like $300 for a bottle, but on each bottle, the bottle that I got, they tell you how many milligrams of the phenolic compounds are in each liter, and the total, from the seed and from the skins. So every batch is a little bit different, and you just need, 1 to 2 tablespoons a day of that. So if you take 1 tablespoon a day, 1 bottle would last you 2 months. Okay. Then they also have some other things, energy shots and something else. Okay. Then the skincare. So I'm in love with the skincare line, and I'm really excited about it. Again, when I closed the social, I got everything with my free product, money. So when you're talking about the skincare, they have a foaming cleanser, which is very mild, and you can use it men can use it to shave, you can use it to wash your baby. The whole line is what they call non-toxic. So there's nothing in there to cause any harm to you. They have it's called a skin polish, and I love this. This is what I use in the morning. It's a little bit gritty. It's dark, and all their products, well, the foam is white, but nothing else is. It's all kind of brown or tan, and that's because they don't bleach anything. They don't want to put that nasty stuff in there. But with the skin polish, what I do is I put on just a little pea-sized thing on my finger, spread it on my face, and then I, leave it on for a few minutes. It's also like a mask, and then I wash it off in the shower. If you wash it off in your sink, they're very dark little round things, so you have to make sure you wash everything down your sink. But my face feels great. It's not, tight. It's really moisturizing. Then the next step, so I use the skin polish in the morning. I use the foam at night. If I want to, the Soothing Relief Spray, which they say works on everything, that can be your toner. So I spray it on my fingers and then put it on my face. The Skin Renewal Serum is actually 25% of the extract. and it's wonderful. So I use the relief spray, then the serum, and then the ultra rich lotion, and it can go all over your body if you want. I find it's like a little, it has a nice smell to it, but it's, not anything artificial. It's from the grapes. And my skin is like a little sticky, I guess, right afterwards, but then it kind of goes away, and my skin is just, I was somewhere with my dad, and this woman looked at me and she said, "You look so healthy." And I think it's this stuff I'm using on my face, girls. I just, think it is. And then they also make a lip balm. And then they, for your shampoo, and they have shampoo and conditioner. And the shampoo can also be your body wash in the shower, and the conditioner. So I just use about like a quarter size, maybe not even that big, both of those. And then everybody's been raving about the toothpaste that they offer and the lip balm. So it's all good with that one. So, okay, and then we're going to go to Legacy for Life. So, and this one intrigues me too. Again, it's the immune system. And if you've been taking probiotics, we want to put the good bacteria in, so there's no room for the bad bacteria. And so this approaches it a different way. They take these chickens and they have inoculated them with 26 bad bacteria, 26 things we don't want in our gut. And so the chickens produce antibodies. They're in the eggs. They take the eggs and they spray dry them so the protein is intact. Everything's, and you just get a little thing of the powder. I don't see it there. Sorry. But you get a little thing of the powdered egg. So it's called Hyperimmune Egg, I-26. It's like a little bit over $40. And then I get the little stirrer thing that you see there. And I add this to my BTT and Osteo in the morning, and I just use a little mixer to mix up. You don't want to put it in a blender because I think the egg would get way too frothy. And that's all you do. So what it does is it keeps the bad bacteria from sticking to your lining of your intestine, if that makes sense. And then you reduce inflammation. Your immune system works better. Everything is, you want to be healthy. So they have the egg powder, the hand mixer, and then they have great products for your pets as well. So they have the Companion, which has the Hyperimmune Egg in it, and a beef flavored chew, and they have Flex, which is their glucosamine. And if you buy the two together, I think you save $10. So, okay, that's all I got.
Oh my gosh, how excellent was that? Thank you so much.
Sure.
All right, so we've got Debbie Lazzaroni who's going to be up next. And let me just unmute you, Debbie. Hang on one second, please. And Debbie Lazzaroni is an amazing leader out in Oregon. She loves to pamper her customers and her team. She does amazing retreat weekends, and she had a really fun event that I want her to share more about. And that is her masks that she does. So, Debbie, are you with us? Debbie? Let's see what's...
Yes.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Excellent, good. So we are ready for you to share.
So I was telling Helen about one of the breakout sessions, so to speak, that we had at our last retreat. And it was actually a relaxing, and I'm going to call it a golden glamour facial experience. And what it was just a time for people to go away from the workroom where they were scrapbooking and laughing and having a great time, and come up and spend an hour with me getting a facial. And it was hugely successful. And so Helen asked me if I would go through this with you so that you could do the same thing, because I made a lot of money off of this event. I'm just going to be flat out honest with you. And I'm going to be doing it again at every retreat, and I'm going to offer it, especially when we get closer to the holiday time, as a time to just escape the madness and chaos of the holiday season and come and relax and just feel good about yourself. So what it was I did was I had them come in and sit down. Everybody was at a round table. It was actually in one of the small boardrooms. And I had the place all set up with them. And we did the gold facial that we have that's 24 karat gold with ground pearl in it. It normally is $49.50 for one container, which will do, they say, 2 to 3 people per container. You can also get it in a pack of 4 for $100. So that brings it the cost down substantially. And if you get it as part of your free product with a social that you run, then it's even better. So each guest was charged $20 to attend and have this experience. And they all, I had 7 of them, all said that they want to do it again and again and again. And almost everybody bought 1 pack of their own to take for later. So I'm going to walk you through what I did.
Okay, hang on 1 second. I'm going to turn this around to you so that you're going to be on the full screen. So hang on. Nope, don't want that. Okay, so there you go. And we'll make you full screen. Okay. And now, Debbie, you are full screen.
Okay, I can see everybody. But anyway, okay. So we started off with everybody came in and I handed them each one of these little facial wipes. And since we don't have this product in the Youngevity line, several people have asked me what I use. And actually the one that I find has no parabens, is the most gentle and the most effective is actually the ones from Costco. It's the Kirkland brand. There's absolutely no parabens in it. So it's really nice and safe and it leaves your skin feeling really well. So they first did this. Then the next thing they did was I used little containers like this, and you can get a set of 4 of these at the dollar store. So only 25 cents, and you're going to reuse them over and over and over. So I had one of these for each person, and I divided up the liquid portion of the facial. So there's 2 parts to the facial that you're going to use. First is the liquid, and then you put in an activator, which is a powder. So I had 2 containers of the facial, the Gold Mask Facial, which I said would do 7 people or 6 people, but I had 7 people at the retreat, 4 of which did not sign up ahead of time. So I had a total of 7 that wanted to participate in this facial. And so I felt a little bit kind of like the loaves and fishes thing in the Bible, because I was able to take 2 containers and I stretched it to 7 people. And it turned out to be the perfect amount. So you can actually get about 3.5 people per container. Okay, so I poured it into here and then I went around and gave it to each person. And then I put about a teaspoon of the activator in every person's facial stuff. Now, when you buy the facial mask, you get a little brush that looks like this, but you only get 1, and I was doing 7. So what I had done ahead of time is I had gone out and I went to Sally Beauty, and I found a brush that actually works even better, and it was only like $1.05 a piece, and that's this brush. Now, any of you who have ever had your hair colored or highlights put in it will recognize this as that brush. But it is an absolutely fabulous one, and it works, in my opinion, better than this one. And the reason for that is the facial has to be put on your skin extremely fast. So I was constantly like an athletic coach saying, okay, come on, let's speed it up. Let's go a little faster. Come on, come on, come on. And I had fast music playing on it in the background to keep them moving. So this end of it, they went like this and stirred it all up and got all the activator in. And as soon as it was all in and I said, hey, that looks good, then they flipped it over and then just started applying it. This brush is also a little firmer than this one, so it worked better for them to get all over. And prior to that, I had shown them a description of where I wanted it and where I didn't want them putting it on their eyelids and things like that. So then I also, just to help them out, I have these little tiny mirrors that I got also at Sally Beauty for about $3. I use these also when I do makeup presentations so that everybody has that too. So then they use that. And once everybody had that all on, I then lowered the lights. I had a little candle like this. You'll notice it's a candle with a border maker strip around the top to make it look even fancy. Lowered the lights, asked everybody to close their eyes, and for 20 minutes we sat in silence. A couple people laid down on the furniture that was around in this room that we were at, and I just had music playing. Now what I use is Pandora, and I asked for the spa radio channel. So it's free music. It was extremely relaxing. And then at about the 15-minute mark, I kind of wandered around very quietly so I didn't interrupt them, but I wanted to look to make sure that everything was going okay with their facial. And then at that point, I started just giving them very positive affirmations, things like that you are of infinite worth and that you deserve to take this time to treat yourself well. And you need to believe in yourself. And then my favorite quote is, believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. And then I told them that in a couple of minutes, I was going to slowly turn the lights back on and that we would then proceed with the remaining portion of their facial experience. So once I did that, I then went around, and I'm going to turn my camera around. I don't know how, well, I'm going to do this way. I'm going to show you the place setting that I had for everyone so that you can see what it looks like, so you'll know how I set it up. So, can you see that?
Yep, we can.
Okay. All right. So what I did then was everybody had a cotton ball. Let me readjust my camera. And these are actually watercolor or painting little trays that you use for kids. Okay, those are really cheap too. So the cotton ball was sitting in one, and I then took and put in a little bit of the creamy cleanser in there. And then these are little baby wipes that I got at the dollar store. You get 8 of them in a pack. So everybody washed their face once they, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot, they have to peel it off. So we had a contest to see who could get the biggest piece of their facial off at one point. And there was no gift given, it was just bragging rights. So everybody just start from the top and you just start working it down and peeling it off. The facial actually says that it needs to be on there for 15 minutes. I would suggest that you go maybe 20 just to make sure that it's solidified, and then you just peel it all off. And then once that's done, then you give them the cloth, and we actually were in a hotel boardroom, so there were actually 2 sinks in there. So they took turns going to the sink and washing their face off and using this little tiny cloth. Then also, another trip to the dollar store, I got these really nice microfiber towels for them to use to kind of wipe it off. Followed that up with, again, in your little tray, a little tiny bit of the toner. And that's where they use their cotton ball and all over. And once that was done, then meanwhile, while they're working on all of this, I'm picking up all the pieces so that they have a nice, pleasant setting in front of them. And then we followed that by a little bit of the moisturizer. And I use the nighttime because I would suggest that you do this late afternoon or early evening so that they're all ready to then go home and relax and go to bed. So we used a little of the moisturizer and followed that up with just a thank you. And I told them a little bit about the other types of facials that are available through Youngevity, and then thank them for coming and release them to go back to their scrapbooking worlds. So I spent maybe $10 total to get all the supplies that I needed ahead of time. And these are things that'll go on and be able to be used over and over. I got the 100 gold masks for free in my host credits. At this event, I made $140 when I did the event. And in the summertime, I also did one called Sprinkles and Wrinkles, where we did the wrinkles first and then had ice cream sundaes with sprinkles on it. And I made 120, so $260 for something that I only spent $10 on.
That's
Almost every one of the people that I had at the retreat event bought at least one pack of the facial serum for themselves.
That's exciting. And I know that with that gold special where they can buy it for only $20 while supplies last, you guys better rush to your friends because Debbie and her people are going to be stocking up on those. So thank you guys so much for that. This is the special that she's talking about. Now it's available one at a time with a different item number for $49.50. You don't want that. Make sure you pay attention to this special number. It's in that holiday gift flyer we referenced at the beginning of this event. It's only $20. Or you can do what Debbie did. She bought 4 packs, which are sold $100 at a time for 4 of them. And she either got them for free with her host money or with a coupon. So look at doing that and then converting that into another event where you make money. This is our new 4-pack. It's got 1 gold mask, and then it's got a coconut mask, a chocolate mask, and a red fruits mask. And then the 5th mask that we have is a green emerald mask. So I encourage you to check those out. I love what she said about taking time for you. And just really that's important this holiday season. Take time for you. Take care of your friends and your family. The relaxing music, the affirmations. Debbie, what a beautiful, beautiful thing to do for your people that came to your retreat. So thank you so much for sharing again on our team call. We appreciate you. Okay, so we are moving on to another phenomenal trainer, Maureen Feist. She's a Vice Presidential Marketing Director in Oregon, and she is going to share about something that's very near and dear to her heart, especially this time of year, and that is doing vendor events and booths. So, Maureen, can you let me get you unmuted, and then we can get you to share some more. So, hold on one second here. Okay, so Maureen, can you hear us okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yay, and we can see you. Hi, thank you so much for sharing.
Well, I'm going to give total credit to Debbie for those photos. That is actually from her last retreat at the coast a couple weekends ago, and I have to just say, Debbie does an amazing setup with everything she does. She's an expert. I admire her just for knowing how to put things together. So take a hard look at those pictures because Debbie knows how to do it right. So on that note, when I decided that I needed to kick up my business a little bit more, one of the things that was important to me was, how am I going to get the word out about what I do? I live in a really small town, very depressed economy, and I have to make different choices that maybe some of you make that live in the city. And so one of the ways that I started my business it probably would have been 26 years ago, not with Youngevity, but our former business, was I did every possible community event that I could, because I knew that that would put me face to face with a lot more people than I could possibly go face to face with on a regular daily basis. So you might want to consider doing a vendor booth or 2 over this next season. This is the prime time to do it when people are out shopping. They're looking for Christmas buying opportunities. Women love to go to all the holiday bazaars. In fact, we've got several in the town over from us that are huge hits. They happen every year. So look in your community and see what's going on, and look for things that have been running for years. Meaning, don't just sign up with a little neighborhood booth that's going to cost you money where you might not get the most benefit from. So look for something that has a lot of exposure. That's one thing. The other thing is, before you go into any kind of vendor event is think about what your goals are. Now, right now, my goal is I've got to grow this business, and that requires me to network with an awful lot of people. So I've made the choice to find a booth outside of my town in a big city, 4 hours from here. It's where my son lives, so it's okay. But those are things that you have to make choices about. How are you going to grow your business, and in what area are you going to grow it in? Because growing in an area away from your hometown can be super beneficial. for like expanding your territory and getting the word out about what you do by leveraging other people's networking skills. So number one is, what is your goal? I need to expose myself and I need to make more money. So my choice with choosing the vendor event that I'm doing is it's going to expose myself to a new community where I'm going to make new contacts and potential new clients there, start new business, have socials, have new distributors on my team. So that's my goal. And then I don't anticipate doing a lot of selling there, and that's okay, because sometimes if you go with the goal of selling, you'll be disappointed. Generally, people are looky-loos unless they're there to shop for small, like cash and carry items. And I don't know if you can see the little bracelet that I have on. Are you guys seeing my?
We can totally see you, but move your bracelet a little bit more over to the camera. There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, well, this is a very small price point item with Mia Lisi. It's one of the wrap bracelets, and you know, you could sell that, you could order these in for like, with shipping, $20, $21 and sell them for that amount. And so that's what I've chosen to do, is find something that I can cash and carry and sell quickly. But my main goal is to display 3 product lines, and that is our Mia Lisi line, our essential oil line, and our healthy body pack. And then getting conversations with people. I'm not doing a drawing because I think if you give things away without having, you know, if you don't have a lot to invest in your booth and you're trying to give things away, usually people will take anything for free. So you don't want to just give things away. You want to give them value. What I am going to give them is Michelle Bryant's little wonderful, brilliant idea of the card that has cart ripple and what do you call that? The little
QR code.
thing. The UR code. So I'm going to give those whatever those things are called, code on it, and then talk to people about that and actually have them download that right on their phone while they're there. So that's like a sure way to get new contacts. The other thing that you're going to want to do at your vendor booths is, instead of having people fill out, you know how we used to do the little drawing slips or little booth information slips, have your phone out there and get their information right on the phone and let them know that you'll be sending them a link to whatever, the Mia Lisi catalog, or maybe a YouTube Mia Lisi video, or maybe a link to the Healthy Body Challenge, or something of value, so that you're not just collecting their information, you're giving them something back. And what you've got in your phone is their contact information. So it's great follow-up. Couple tips on setup, super simple. Don't clutter. In fact, I use little things like this. I don't know if you can see them. They're just little things I picked up at the craft store, and I'll put them around maybe some of my displays. I'll have maybe 1 or 2 items wrapped up in a gift for my display, just to get them thinking, oh, gift buying. So it's just the psychology behind your booth. And then you know, just sprinkle little sparkly things, anything that's going to draw attention. If you have a string of battery operated little Christmas lights, put those through there. I mean, anything that is going to help you market the product and draw attention to your booth. So those are my tips. Pretty simple. At least I challenge you to do 1 vendor booth this season and watch your business grow.
Oh my gosh, how many of you heard something that you could take away from that training? Thank you so much, Maureen. You always have great ideas. I was busy taking notes myself, and then I got a text from Debbie who said, thanks for sharing those pictures. And Maureen, thanks for giving her the shout out, because do you guys see those pink boards over here, the Mia Lisi posters and how to build a locket and the screens? Okay, she did multiple posters, probably 6. I think there's 6 different posters. She's uploaded them all to our team Heritage Makers account, and you can actually share those to your own account, get them printed, and if you're doing a Mia Lisi event, that really is helpful because it lets your booth do some talking for you. So thank you, Maureen, for sharing these great vendor tips.
And Helen, again, thanks to Debbie too, because she is quite the inspiration for doing anything that has to do with a display. In fact, I did order those posters just this week, so I'm anticipating using those at my booth. Thanks again.
Yay, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. We are definitely better together as a team. So we are moving on to another training resource I want to make sure you are aware of. This is available every 60 days. They update this with brand new training. This is coming from Youngevity Corporate. It is our new longevityuniversity.com training website. And effective October 1st is the brand new training. But you can even look at anything back dated from when we started this in the early year. January, we actually did the first trainings. What else is great is that you can actually download these as little MP3 files. You can listen to them on the go. So whether you're power walking this fall to stay in shape or listening in the car, you can download these great training resources, and then you'll be able to continue, staying on path with that. So let's go back to our, let's go back to our, here we go. Say, Maureen, you're big, hold on. Not where I wanted to be. So perfect, here we go. All right, next thing is another great training resource. And this is YGY CEO School. This was put together by Cheryl Morley, who's our first female ambassador, and actually the first distributor with Youngevity. So Cheryl Morley and Paul Croto put this together. It's very, very simple. It just shows you some great training on how to help people get started. So I would encourage you to go check out that site. And then we've got some additional training and follow-up with the amazing Amy Hugervorst, who is a leader out of North Carolina. You can follow her on #FaithAndSweat. And she is just got some great ideas for how to advertise and market everything your social events. So Amy, let me get you unmuted. Sorry. See what happens when you think you have it all together? Yeah, sometimes you just don't. Hang on, Maureen.
I unmuted myself. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can totally hear you. So thanks.
Certainly. Hey,
there we go. We're back to you.
Okay, great. Thank you. So I love that, Maureen. Thank you for sharing that about vendor events. I have, when we moved to Atlanta a number of years ago, and I really wanted to get my business reestablished there, I made a list, like my own marketing plan, and just how do I differentiate myself? How do I get my name out there? I actually didn't know it, but we moved into a neighborhood with 5 other distributors that did the same thing I did. And I thought, okay, well, I got to get busy here and figure out how to get my name outside of the neighborhood and all. And vendor events were one of those ways. And I think that's a fantastic way. We have so many more options now than we did then with online resources, these Zoom meetings or Facebook parties and different things like that. And we've heard some amazing stuff tonight, from the memory keeping to the Mia Alicia and all of that. And I would just ask you, playing along with the Pick Your Passion part, that is the other training that's available, is who do you want to serve, really? Who do you want? We can't, it's impossible to do it all. We have so many things in Youngevity, and they're all amazing. And just like Maureen was saying, it's great to pick 3 things that you really want to promote at your vendor booth. Pick the things that you're passionate about, and who else is going to be passionate about them once they learn about them. And how can you go and build those relationships with those people and not be all spammy and just throwing everything out there, but actually build the relationship. That's what network marketing is all about, is building a relationship. So if you go do the vendor events, if you do the Zoom socials, if you do the Facebook parties, whatever you're doing, the key is building the relationship. And that starts before the event. If you know who's coming, a vendor event, you wouldn't necessarily know that, but a Facebook party, you need to be on the phone. That's why I pulled out my trusty red phone, and you need to be on the phone and call people. And this phone can weigh 500 pounds sometimes, right? It's hard to pick up the phone and do that. But once you get into a groove, then you really can make a difference, and people enjoy hearing from you. And the ones that don't, keep moving, because there are people out there who need what we have. They need the products that we have. They can change lives. And and they would be happy to hear from you. Not everyone's going to be, but there are people who do. And so any event that you do, the Zoom or vendor fair or whatever, you need to spend as much time building the relationship with people on the front end and inviting them, and on the back end as you actually do in the event. You know, say I spend 10 hours planning a Zoom party, an essential oils party, like I did, I don't even know how long it took me. I need to be on the phone. I need to be reaching out to people for that length of time before, because it does me no good to plan and prepare for all of this if my people don't show up. And so it's really important. It's no different if you've done this before in a previous company. We have to get out there. We can be high tech, and that's all great, but we also have to be high touch. And they want to hear from us and build that relationship. If you're doing a Zoom meeting, then it's great to set that event up a couple of weeks out and maybe make a Facebook event, but make sure it's public. Get it out there, but don't just spam it to everybody. Reach out to people and say, hey, I'm doing this essential oils party, or I'm doing this Me Alicia show, and we're going to do it using some really cool technological tools. Would you like to come and ask them if they want to be there? And then send it out. But you've got to do that work on the front end, and then you got to do the work on the back end too. It's not just about the event itself. And I'm guilty of doing that and not putting in the time on either end that I need to as well. So I just want to encourage you to really do that, to set it up, do the personal touch at the front end. You can do an electronic reminder a weekend, but then, a week into it. But then you need to go back and do another personal touch before the event. And that just, people forget. People are busy. And I know, like, I send an email out, or I don't even know how many emails I get a day. It's a ton. And they just fall one on top of the other, and I just can't keep up with them. So the personal phone call is a nice touch. And right now, with the phone ringing off the hook with all these robocalls from the elections and all of that stuff, people would love to hear from you and not some recording encouraging you to go vote next. So it's a great time to pick up the phone and be a breath of fresh air to people, and be that high touch person there. So the other part I'll say about that is, for every event you have, if you have a vendor event coming up, if you're able to book one of those, then make sure you put on your calendar the times that you're going to spend to follow up, because that's what gets lost. You get home, you're like, okay, I'm going to do it right away, and then life happens, right? So you want to make sure you've got that time built into your schedule to follow up and to do that work on that end. They're going to be expecting to hear from you, and so go for it and make that happen. And ask your people at the vendor event or the Zoom party or whatever, how do you like to communicate? Do you like text messages? Do you like phone calls? Give me a couple of ways you like to communicate, or the way you don't like to communicate. And then write that down and respond to that. You can make notes in your phone about how to contact them and and when to contact them. And then that leads me to this part, and it's our call to action. And this is the 10 daily habits of highly successful longevity leaders. And you know what? Even if you don't consider yourself a leader in longevity yet, you are. People are watching you. People are paying attention to what you're doing. It might be one person. If you're brand new, it might be 10 people. People are paying attention to you. And so it's great to go fill out this sheet, and it's in our team. Yes, Helen is, we'll tag it, we'll put it in the event or something. But you're trying to keep track of, am I walking the longevity walk? Am I using the products, reviewing my goals, finding my prospects, inviting, sharing, following up, enrolling, coaching, and promoting events? And this is a great sheet to help keep you on track. And so I just want to encourage each of you to go and print this off and keep track of it. We're on November 1st. You got a full 30 days. Go in and see if 5 days a week you can go in and fill this out and see how many points you can accrue. And it's a great game to play with yourself. And the question isn't, did I get them all every single day? The question is, do I do better tomorrow than I did today, right? Or am I doing better next week than I'm doing this week? And so it's growing, and we're all about growth. And so this is a great tracking feed. So that's what I got.
Oh my gosh. Well, I absolutely loved that. Love your training, Amy. You're amazing. And I just get so much from you. So look at that, you guys. Pick up the phone. It's not, hers is a red phone. It's a bat phone.
Woo!
Anyway, so I just appreciate you so much sharing and training, and you make us all better. All of our leaders make us better, and then we've got leaders that are working with aspiring leaders. I want to give a shout out to Barlette Wilbert, who on our team achieved the first leg of the 90-day to leader challenge. So that is super, super exciting. There may be several others of you that are working towards that gate. Please let your direct upline leader and me know as well. If you didn't reach that in October, you've got a chance to reach for it in November, and that is have a $500 social and enroll 3 new distributors that have volume of at least $50 each. So that is definitely the way to grow your team and to keep sharing about that. And so I just encourage you guys to reach out and connect with folks and help them have a healthier life. But Barlette, I can see you on there. Huge, huge perks to you. Congratulations. She has $100 in free products that will be deposited into her Youngevity bank account that she can go and spend however she wants. So look for those by the 15th. And that's available to any of you. So thanks so much for